Now, after wrapping India's visit, the UK Foreign Secretary David, along with India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, are all set to head for the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting in Laos. The bustling capital city is set to host top diplomats from Southeast Asian bloc ASEAN, as well as the world's biggest powers at gatherings between 25th and 27th of July. Earlier on Wednesday, UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy called on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who said India remains committed to elevating its ties with the UK and welcomes the desire to conclude a mutually beneficial free trade pact. Now, this was David Lammy's first official visit to India in his capacity as the UK Foreign Secretary. During his visit, British Foreign Secretary also met External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and reviewed the Roadmap 2030, agreeing during the India-UK Virtual Summit 2021. Now, both the sides appreciated the substantial progress made in the India-UK FTA negotiations and looked forward to its early conclusion to achieve a mutually beneficial FTA.
I do believe that our relationship, it is a very important relationship, but there are enormous possibilities there, and how we explore those possibilities, how do we realize our potential in a more meaningful way, is one of the tasks that I look forward to undertaking with you. We are both countries which have a big global presence in different ways. So I think it's also important that India and the UK work together on global issues.
UK Foreign Secretary also met India's National Security Advisor. Both the sides welcomed the launch of UK-India Technology Security Initiative to expand collaboration in critical and emerging technologies across priority sectors. Now, TSI would be helpful for improving supply chain resilience and also for developing economically feasible and environmentally sustainable extraction technologies for identified critical minerals. The collaboration under TSI will include the government, private sectors, academia and R&D institutions as well. And DD India's Akshay Dongre joins us with more information on this. Very good morning to you, Akshay. What has been the high points of this bilateral meeting between SAMI and EAM?
Well, the entire visit was special in a lot of sense, Deepika, because this was the first month of David Lammy taking over as taking over the post of the Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom. In fact, this is the first month of the Labour Party government in the United Kingdom as well. And there was a promise made by Mr. David Lammy to the voters, especially the Indian diaspora in the United Kingdom, that within the first month of the formation of the government, he will be making a trip to India, a promise that he has in fact fulfilled. That because he took over in the month of July, and within the same month the visit was carried out by the Foreign Secretary of the UK. In fact, there have been several high points. One of them has been the UK-India Technology Security Initiative that has been launched, which will be spearheaded by the national security advisors of both the countries. Now, that is going to be a crucial aspect of the relation between the two countries. Both India and the UK have decided to deepen their defense cooperation, as well as setting up a bilateral initiative to have regular conversations. Now, these regular conversations can not only be limited to the local issues or to the issues of both the countries, but also on a global scale. In fact, as far as the statement is concerned, that also had mentioned the Russia-Ukraine war that has been going on. That both of these countries will hold regular conversations, will exchange views on these kind of conflicts that threaten not just the two countries but the global economy as well. Besides that, Mr. David Lammy also met the National Security Advisor Ajay Doval, and he also called on to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well. So this has been in fact a very special bilateral visit by the Foreign Secretary of the UK, in fact within the first month of taking over the post. that is in fact quite crucial as far as the Indo-UK relations are concerned, and it remains to be seen that how the agenda that has been laid out by the two countries to double the trade by 2030 will play out now, because while there are challenges, there are a lot of opportunities between these two nations as well. Back to you, Deepika.
Indeed, Akshay, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi also welcomed the priority accorded by UK Prime Minister, making it even more special, and also talked about bilateral technology security initiative and the desire to conclude a mutually beneficial FTA, which you just said. How well is it going to go ahead when we talk about the long-term bilateral relationship of both the countries, Akshay?
Well, India being part of the Commonwealth countries as well, in a way, this has been, India and UK have always shared close relations, be it a trade, be it economic cooperation, be it defense cooperation as well. Initially, soon after independence, most of the equipment that was used by the Indian Armed Forces has been of British origin. So there has always been close ties between the two countries, but taking it up one notch higher is the priority for the Labour government right now in the United Kingdom, especially after Brexit. The United Kingdom sees India as an emerging superpower. In fact, the statement that was issued by the British High Commission in India also had issued a statement stating that the agenda is clear. It is trade, it is economy, it is closer relations, it is security of both the countries amid a fast changing geopolitical scenario, and that is what the two countries are aiming for. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also welcomed the initiatives and the priorities, especially the free trade agreement that is to be finalized, and that started in 2022 but is expected to be finalized soon, which is going to not only benefit the UK or India but the world, when it comes to the economic progress at a global scale. Back to you.
And a quick last question, Akshay. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is also set to attend the ASEAN meeting starting from today onwards. Can you please tell us a bit more on that?
Well, yes, absolutely. In fact, David Lammy and Dr. S. Jaishankar both are going to attend the ASEAN Foreign Ministers meet. And now the ASEAN group of countries has held close ties with India, but as we go again to the rapidly changing geopolitical scenarios, which is not just happening in the Middle East or at the borders of Ukraine and Russia, but also happening in South China Sea. We are seeing there have been consistent efforts by China to in fact establish a hegemony in that particular region, restricting trade of other countries. There have been altercation. There have been instances where the armed forces of different countries have come in close contact with the Chinese armed forces that are operating in the region. So both of these leaders going there can in fact express freely about their agendas, about their concerns as well, and can also address the concerns of the ASEAN nations that are looking up to India as well as UK to be partners and allies when it comes to protecting their sovereignty and their integrity are concerned. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Akshay, for joining us and bringing us the latest information on how UK and India relations are faring up, along with important details about the ASEAN summit.